I just left south of Payson and stopped in Payson, took a shower, got some groceries, and headed up to the Mogollon Rim, where I had planned to go camping. I've got a couple spots up there staked out. I drove all the way up here, and there's only one road to get to where I'm going, and there was a huge accident, and they don't expect it to be cleared for 6 hours. And it's the weekend. It's really busy here. A lot of people on the road. Anyways, I've got to find somewhere in the forest to camp for the weekend, because everybody and their brother is up here from Phoenix for the good weather, the cooler weather. And yeah, I'm gonna go grab a forest site. I think I saw one only about 20 minutes away, if somebody didn't take it yet. So let me go grab it. I'll let you know what happened. Hi there. Well, after a pretty crazy, hectic day, I'm in a spot. It's a nice, sweet spot. There's nobody here. Well, there's other people down the road. It's in a ponderosa forest again, and it's just north of Payson. I was south of Payson at 5,300 feet, and it was about 80 degrees, I think. But there were no trees at all, so it was pretty warm and hard to find shade, especially midday. So I moved north to higher elevation. I'm at about 7,000 feet right now. So I'm here it's Friday night, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay here for the weekend and then go up higher to the Mogollon Rim. I'm still up on the rim. I'm at the kind of the lower rim, the beginning of the rim. It doesn't have a view of the cliff. I'm not on the cliff. I'm just in the forest behind the cliffs, which is okay. It's better than nothing, since I couldn't get to the rim. There was no way to get to the rim from that accident, the detour of that accident. So, like I said, I will spend either the weekend here, because I'm afraid traffic and the campsites will be really crowded on the weekend. I may just hold out here, since this is such a nice, quiet, relaxing spot, and go to the rim on Monday and spend the week there. I really wanted to spend some time there. It's probably my favorite place in Arizona that I've camped at. I haven't been everywhere, so been a lot of places, but it's one of my favorite places. Right now, I am the bread dough that I made the pizza with. I had some left over, and I have so much other food. I didn't want to make any more pizzas, and I'm out of cheese anyways. So I took the rest of it, rolled it up in a ball, and I'm baking it as bread right now. And it's almost ready, so let me go check it. Oh, look at that. It's baking up in the new oven. Actually, first time I baked in this oven. I've heated things up and cooked frozen food. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice little loaf of bread there. Almost done. I guess that was a fail. It burnt on the bottom. Oh, the top looks beautiful. I don't know why it burned on the bottom, and I'm hoping it's done on the inside. Well, I guess we'll see when it cools. Well, I was thinking maybe the bread burned because I was using a little, small convection oven and not a normal big house oven. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to try to learn. Like I did with the air fryer. When I was cooking in the air fryer, you had to do certain things that were different than you would at home in a regular oven. So maybe because it's so small, I do need to turn the temperature down. So it's probably going to take some experimentation and some time. But I'm going to eat that bread. I'll just cut the burn part off. So the temperature up here is significantly cooler at 7,000 feet. I haven't fixed the squeak yet. I keep forgetting to grab the can of silicone and spray it. Sorry, I won't rock while I'm talking. But yeah, I like to sit here and rock. It's nice. I guess I'm turning into one of those old men. Oh, something I wanted to mention was when I came through Payson, I'd never been to Payson before, and I was really happy to find out that they have a tribal casino right in downtown, but attached right behind that, they have a tribal rec center. I mean, a complete rec center. Not quite as beautiful as the one in Flagstaff, but pretty nice. A little bit older, but pretty nice. It had all the same amenities. Showers, a big pool, a big hot tub, um, weight rooms, everything. So I spent a couple hours there this morning. I got there early, so I spent a couple hours, and it was wonderful. Again, it was all senior citizens, and yeah, it was very nice. Had a hot tub. I didn't go for a swim this time, but I took a really nice long shower. Another well-needed shower. I think I mentioned before in the past video that I had been intending on taking that solar shower, but the winds just never gave up. Even at the last site, the winds were just so strong I couldn't put up the shower tent. This was nice that Payson and the tribe there had a rec center for public use. $10 for the whole day, and you could use all the facilities. Yeah, so it's nice in these small towns that they have those. And it actually looked like right across the parking lot from the rec center was the casino. And I saw a bunch of big RVs in there, big rigs. Looked like they might have been staying overnight, so that might be free camping also. A lot of casinos will allow you to stay overnight in the parking lot for a few nights. But to have the shower right across the street, and yeah, it was wonderful. So if any of you out there, ooh, that's a loud crow or raven. You can hear their wings. If any of you out there are doing this lifestyle or camping on the weekends or whatever, and you need that option of showers or a gym, check that out, rec centers. I think that's going to be my place to shower of choice. I'd rather do that than a solar shower because I get a hot tub and can go swimming if I want or work out. So I just thought I'd pass that information along. I'm going to check this bread out, see how it is. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Just don't look at the bottom. Let's see if we can cut into it. I don't have a bread knife, sorry. I need to get one. Oh, I hope it's cooked inside. Oh, it is. Look at that. Yeah, the dark part on the bottom. You can just take that off. Oh yeah, that's good. It's great bread. With all those herbs in there. Italian herbs. So just sitting here having my chai latte, and it's an iced one. Put some ice cubes in there too. There's nothing like warm bread out of the oven. Beautiful morning, watching the sunrise. Big campsite, huh? I don't think I've ever had one this big to myself. Oh, the cell service here. I don't know if I mentioned it. It's barely 1 bar, and depending on how you hold your device, you may get a signal. You may be able to email or text or do online searches, but sometimes not. The booster really does a good job here. It boosted it up to like 3 bars of LTE, and I was able to even stream a movie. I was able to use my phone as a hotspot to my tablet and watch movies on YouTube last night. So that was nice. I was sitting in the sun and it got really hot. So walked into the shade and it's pretty cold. It's only about, I think, 60 here. So back into the sun and the sunglasses. I've got to use my Merlin app and find out what these birds are. I love that app. It picks up every bird sound. So if there's a lot of them, it'll list all the different birds as soon as it hears it. But it's fun. It's entertainment. There's a strong wind. Well, not real strong, but I can hear it way up in the tops of the trees. Hear that? It's not really down here so much. Very lightly down here, but you can hear it way up there. I was just thinking about that accident yesterday that kept me from going to my campsite, that blocked the highway for 6 hours. Gosh, I hope those people are okay. I mean, I hope no one was. Although when I hear about a crash that's going to be 6 hours to clean up, it doesn't sound promising. I have the Merlin ID app open, and just holding it here open, it's listening to the birds, and it's come up with 4 different birds singing right now. Grace's warbler, yellow-rumped warbler, dark-eyed junco, and American goldfinch, all singing at once. It's beautiful. It's looking like we got some dark clouds coming in here, and it's getting pretty windy. Not the kind of wind I've had in the past few weeks, just a little bit of wind every now and then. Got a big fire pit over there. I'm very cautious about having campfires in a forest like this, where everywhere on the ground is pine, dry pine needles and pine cones. One of my favorite things about being a nomad, living on the road, is the changing of different terrains and weather patterns. Going from desert to ponderosa pine forests, going from 500-foot elevation to 7, 8, 9, and 10,000 foot elevation. I really like the change. Look at this. Isn't that bizarre? Holes in it, and then look at on the other side here, there's crystals all through it. And there's like crystals right here. There's another one of those rocks. Look at that. It's round, right? And then broken open inside, and that's what's inside. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know in the comments. Here's a smaller version of that has some crystals inside. So peaceful here. All I hear are birds. But there's no animals here. I mean, other than the birds. I haven't seen a squirrel, a chipmunk, a mouse, nothing. Boy, those birds are active up there. Taking a walk through the forest here. It kind of gives me the feeling of what it must have been like for Thoreau when he was living in his cabin in Walden, even though the true story is he was very close to town and he had many visitors and he really wasn't that remote. But anyways, the idea was that he was very remote and alone and just living in the forest with nature. Just makes you feel like what it must have been like. Just being in the middle of all this nature every day. Can't remember how many years he did it. Was it 7 or something like that? I don't know. Yeah, that book really resonated with me when I was younger. Paved the way for this part of my life. Just communing with nature. Not that humans aren't nature. Of course they are. They're just the louder, more aggressive part of nature. Yeah, it's just, I could just walk around the forest like this forever. Birds singing, the tall pines. When I'm in the middle of the forest like this, sometimes I totally lose the fact that there are animals bigger than me out here. And I just feel very comfortable, like all these trees are just hugging me. It's comforting to me. I keep finding these big divots in the ground. I don't know if you can tell, probably not from the camera, but like right here there's 2 Two big indentations. And I've already come across quite a few of them. At first I think they were a tree. Roots of a tree were there. A tree was growing there and it fell. But then you would have remnants of trees like this. And there's no remnants near those divots. Some of these trees here actually have been cut with a chainsaw, you can see. I don't know if they were cut down or just cut up once they fell. I feel so grateful that my parents settled in New England, or in an area where it was all forested like that. Boy, what a great place to grow up. There were times where we lived right in the forest basically, or right across the street from a huge forest, and that was our playground. So we played in the trees, we climbed trees and hiding in the forest. And back then though, I don't recall ever hearing about bears or being afraid of wildlife. We never saw any, and we never were told to beware. Every now and then a raven will fly through these trees. It just amazes me, their sense of direction, that they can fly so fast and not hit any of the branches. I mean, because they just go straight through the trees. Taking a little walk down the dirt road that runs past my campsite, but I'm going in search of the rim. I camped up on the rim, but I'm in the forest, but I know the rim is here somewhere. And I went on maps, and looks like it's in this direction. Like there's an edge, a cliff edge in this direction. And over the weekend I did see numerous groups of people hiking down here, so I'm thinking it's got to be down here. Although my plan is to leave tomorrow morning, or tomorrow sometime. Being Monday, I'm not in a hurry. There'll be plenty of open sites, but I'm planning to go to where I originally was intending to go before I came upon that accident that blocked the road, and I ended up here. Last time I was here, which was, probably 5 years ago. I think it was my first year in the van. And it was one of the first places I came to when I came down to Arizona. And I had this spot that was just awesome. And I was parked right on the edge and had my chair out on the edge of the cliff. And there were numerous storms that came through. And they you could see these big, huge storms brewing in the distance off the cliff. It was freaking amazing. Starting tomorrow, there's supposed to be about 2 days of rain and storms coming through. So hopefully I didn't get video footage of that 5 years ago. So hopefully I'll get it this time. Well, I just pulled off the road and I'm walking through the first campsite I've seen, and it looks like I'm on the edge of the rim. This is awesome, guys. You got to see this if you've never been here. I'm not sure if there's a view from here, but let's check it out. Yeah, this part of the rim is all tree covered. It's different than the place I'm going to, which is mostly rock cliffs. And I don't know if you could see over there, but the rim wraps around. It goes like a kind of a crescent shape. I think it's like 300 miles or something. It's pretty big. Wow, what a beautiful view. So you can imagine being up here and watching storms brew over the valley there. Ooh, it's windy up here though. Wow. Highway, the road that you want to take is called Rim Road 300. It goes all along the rim. Well, that was a nice hike. Been a long time since I'd taken a hike. I've been wanting one. I try. but I get a little lazy. I'm gonna make something again that I've never made before. I have some frozen ravioli, and I wanted to make a sauce for it. So I was thinking about an Alfredo sauce. So I did a search online for a vegan Alfredo sauce. And although I've made things with cashews before, I've never made this one. So this is a cup of cashews. These are raw cashews here. We're gonna add to that a cup of water and some garlic, some nutritional yeast, and some lemon juice. And we're gonna blend that all together in this, I have this bullet here, kind of blender, little blender. And it's gonna make a very quick, creamy Alfredo sauce. Okay, there we go. That was quick. It's very creamy. This cashew Alfredo sauce is really good. I would say it's all about the garlic. Doesn't matter what kind of cream sauce you have. So good. Yeah, it's really about the garlic. Do I have it all over my face? And all in my beard and my mustache. Yeah, it came out great. I'll be making this again. This will be a go-to sauce. So good. So thanks for coming along for the ride, and I'll see you real soon.